Editing Bee here. Notice that the sound is coming through the microphone right now. Well, it wasn't for this whole fucking video. I'm sorry. The sound will be coming through you here in the camera. That is where the audio will be coming from, so it will sound distant because it is about 2.5, 3 feet from my face. I figured this out during the Perk Squad video. So Perk Squad members, for your extended video that y'all have coming up, the sound is fixed for y'all. Alright, the sound is fixed for y'all. But for percolators, I apologize in advance that the sound will sound a little bit like hearing it through a tunnel. It won't sound as close and up as this microphone right here. And I apologize in advance. Have no idea why this would have been disconnected or not working in this video. No idea whatsoever. But it has been a crazy time here lately with blood draws and uncles passing away and microphones also momentarily on the shit end of the stick. So I apologize in advance. Just wanted to stick that in there in editing to say I am aware of it. I am sorry, and it is already fixed so that the next video that won't be a problem. Alrighty, y'all, here we go. Let's get into the real thing right now. Hey y'all, how you perking? I hope you perking good. So, December 2022 is upon us. At the time of filming this, it is still November, but y'all might be getting this on December 1st. We'll see if YouTube lets me put it up before. We need to know what in the hell to expect for December. Is it gonna be a clusterfuck? Is it gonna be a glorious, wonderful, inviting month that is low drama? Is it gonna be mayhem? This is what we've got to know. This is what we're here for. We're fixing to take a look into that today and figure that out for everybody. So, I am a licensed mental health clinician as well as a spiritual intuitive, and in these videos we take a look at the tea with the tarot. And I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the cards over here on this other camera right here and move this microphone right here. Penelope in her little white eyeshadow look here. That was the closest to the eyeshadow look I was doing today. All I did was like that inner corner, you know, extended thing. I've never tried that before, and I was like, fuck it, let me try it today. And I was like, oh, Penelope doesn't have like that, but I don't have colors on my lid, so that's why Penelope's white. We're trying to roll with it. Damn it, she's a microphone googly eye. Like, this is about as good as it's gonna get. So, getting shuffled up here, as always, we are taking a look into December 2022 in various categories. We're looking at politics, we're looking at economy and finance and health and wellness and all these types of things that we need to see and know for December. And as usual, all alleged. Just my interpretation, okay? Oh, about this, I could probably take this off if I could figure out how. I got my blood drawn this morning. Just, you know how it is. 3 months. Let's come and check in and see your numbers and see what we're looking at now, 3 months later and stuff like that. And so, here we go. As most of y'all know, last year when my daddy died, he died of leukemia. And apparently we found out too late that it was stemming from a blood disorder called MDS that worsened into AML leukemia. And that's what his sister, my aunt, died of as well a few years prior, and we just didn't recognize it in Daddy until it was too late. We only had 3 weeks once we found out. And so our family has started getting checked, because that's what happens when something blindsides you and your favorite person passes away. and you find out that there's some sort of a family trend here towards blood issues, you start getting that checked. And come to find out, I was incredibly anemic, which is kind of where his stuff started too. And so I'm just trying to stay on top of things, because Lord knows I don't want leukemia. And so whatever I can do that maybe could be helpful to my health, we're getting it checked out. So sorry for the armband. I did not notice that. I forgot I still had it on. But anywho, December 2022, we're going to take a peek into what we've got here. As always, this is going to be an international read, because we've got plenty of people from all across the world that watch these videos, and we want to take a look at internationally, what do we see going on in December 2022? I'm going to start with politics, because Lord of mercy. Our November reading was heavy on the politics, and it ended up being that all of that shit came to fruition. Not surprised about that. So here we are in December. Take a peek to see what's going on here, what we can figure out about that. So, do we want any context cards? Let's get one on him. Let's get one on him. Okay, so what we are taking a look at here. We'll end up pulling more on that, don't worry. I know some of y'all are eyeballing that like, bitch. And I'm like, I know, hold on. So, we do have some good looking things, politically speaking, in December of 2022. If we can just hide this number over here, just cover her up and bury her and not look at her. We've got some good things going on in December. So, first and foremost, talking about some of the positives. Let's get to the positives first. I'm trying not to laugh. I'm so sorry. Is that we're seeing some new projects get up off the ground in December. So politically speaking, there have been some things that have either been stalled, stalemated, or haven't been able to budge yet. And we're seeing some movement gain way in December. Like, we're actually seeing something push forward on that. So this is a decent month for seeing those seeds planted starting to sprout in December, politically speaking. So even if it's a month that's full of holidays, and so, you know, governments and lots of jobs and things, people take off around the holidays, people slack off a bit around the holidays, because it's a time that people just want to relax or be with family. But it doesn't look like there's going to be a whole lot of slowing down in December, politically speaking. I do see these new things kind of being able to get up off the ground or get out of their stalemate position and move forward. So that looks like it's positive here. That looks like it's positive. Down here, what we're looking at, this is going to be kind of a, you know, just saying what I'm seeing here, this is going to be kind of a female power type month. That's what we're looking at here. We're looking at these two strong female cards. This is showing someone who is strong in terms of financially having it all together, financially being well off. And this person here is maybe less financially well off than this person, but mostly this person is getting up off the ground because this person is ambitious, they're a fighter, they're tenacious, and they're pushing forward. So let me get a little bit more context on these ladies and see what we're looking at here about why they're showing up in politics for December 2022. So for you and for, okay, y'all saw that drop in the corner. For you. Alrighty, so very interesting that we, you know, this is the money lady, but we got the money over here. So what we're looking at here is with this person who's already kind of, you know, rich. We're just going to put it out there. In good standing politically. The reason why she's coming up is because there's something here that looks like we're wanting to, I don't know, like, they're giving me the words like unfinished business. There's some kind of unfinished business politically with this woman that she's trying to round up, and it's not going to be the easiest for her to do. It looks like she's got a lot of people in her pocket. So there's a lot of people that she could call in favors. There's a lot of people that she can be a bug in their ear and they would listen to her, whether it's because they have great friendships and relationships and rapport, or whether it's because she's got something over their heads. You know, either way, it looks like she's able to kind of, you know, gain some traction in getting them to do her bidding, so to speak. And so, unfinished business, things that she has left to work on that for whatever reason she feels like she's not able to work on. I'm not sure. I mean, she's coming up in the upright position, which is kind of like a, you know, a strong presentation here, but there's something here that she's not really able to work on, but that she is used to spearheading things and being able to work on things. And so here we go again with this Four of Wands. Last time when we were reading in November in the political section, this stood for the House, like House of Representatives or something like that. But it can also be, because this is an open international read, this can be House as in somebody's parliament somewhere in another government in another country. And, you know, could even be considered something with, you know, some royal family, because this is a very nice castle in the background. So it doesn't necessarily have to mean the United States. It's just that last month it did. But just throwing out there, you know, whatever this woman, yeah, it just keeps coming up to this unfinished business type of vibe and feeling like she's got to walk away. But there's they're giving me like there's this grab them by the balls type of thing. I hate saying that, like, you know, I don't know who this person is. I'm not trying to shit talk them. You know, they're a powerful person. It just looks like they're not finished with what they're doing, but they feel like they're not able to take over what they're doing. And so they're getting other people to do it in their place. And so it's like, oh, you know, I've got this unfinished business, but they're going to take care of it for me. And some of which, like I said, could be because of positive rapport or good things, and some of it could be because I'm holding something over your head. So I'm not sure, but it's interesting how we might see this start to present itself in December. It may not fully bloom in December. We may continue to see more of this unfold as the months go on, but it definitely seems like we're going to see a start to this in December. For this other lady over here, lady with a cat, y'all don't want to know whatever. I was like, I don't want to know what I call my cat whenever I go get a cat check. Y'all, ladies know. You want your birth control pills, you gotta go get a cat check, right? Mine was in January, so I'm due next month. Anywho, Queen and her cat over here. I apologize, I'm being real goofy this morning. And her Ten of Pentacles on top of it. So remember, she's Miss Ambitious. She's Miss Tenacious. And with this card here, this Ten of Pentacles, this is like a money and collab card too. And so I wonder where we're going with money and collab as it relates to this person. Queen of Wands, King of Wands. In the tarot, this is a married couple. It does not mean that this person, these people here, have to be married in real life, but whoever they are, they're like this. They are two peas in a pod. They're very connected somehow. They're very similar somehow. So this man and this woman, politically speaking, very, very similar somehow, tied together some kind of a way by this this card of, I don't want to say convenience, but kind of convenience, money, power, I wonder if they might be married in real life, whoever this is. There's some kind of a decision here that they're stuck between a rock and a hard place, but time is up. And ooh, time is up. Time's to move something new. But the Hermit card is there. What have we got going on? Okay. Alright. I'm just saying what I'm seeing because I'll let you just my interpretation. Okay. They're in a bind. Time is up. We've got something coming in that when we see the Hermit card, it's like something needs to get brought to light. This is a very dark card. This is a lantern on it trying to shine some light onto something. This is something here. The Six of Swords usually means something that is also quote unquote happening overseas. So wherever these people live, they are involved in something that is happening out of country from where they live. And they are, yeah, this is a giving up or laying down the sword type of card. I wonder if these people are going to get embarrassed by something or let down by something that kind of comes out around them. Something that they have been dealing in or dealing with that doesn't look good here. Ooh, King of Pentacles, being involved with someone that they shouldn't have been involved with, a powerful person that they shouldn't be involved with. Yeah, this is screaming scandal. And here I thought this was going to be better than this pile that we still have to get to up here. This is screaming scandal. So connected with some powerful person that is not in the same country as the two of those are. Something coming to light around this. Them going to have, they might try to cover something up, but in a way it's like, fine, try to cover things up. The light's still going to be on it. We're still going to be talking about it. We're still going to notice it, so there's not much you can do about that. Yeah, the truth coming to light. So political scandals never end. I don't care if the holidays are coming up. Christmas scandals though. Yay. Shit. Sucks to be them, except for, you make your bed, you lie in it a little bit. So yeah, putting that out there. But let's go ahead and see what we've got going on here, because this one was where we were like, that's kind of a freaking out card. That's kind of an anxiety card. Politically speaking, what the fuck is going on with that? Anxiety, switcheroos, drama, yay, oh boy. Okay, so there's a situation going on that would be considered to be in political territory. It's coming up in the political section here, where people have a lot of anxiety around it. It's something that boils tensions among people. There's going to be some sort of a little switcheroo here that's going to set off our Tower card, set off drama. It's going to spark a big type of thing where people are like, okay, unacceptable. Whatever this is, again, money is in the way. Go figure. It's like with all our political problems, money is at the base of it. Money is in the way. Some sort of corruption and greed and money. People saying, I have the money and so you have to listen to me with what I say and all this bullshit. This is too much. Heartbreak card, yay, something that's sad, something that's troublesome, worrisome, problematic here. And there will be people who will suffer as a result of this political issue. There will be people that feel like they were promised or owed something that is no longer flowing to them. It's gonna get cut off some type of way, and they feel like now there's not really the same avenue forward. And again, this is kind of like I'm supposed to get help. The positive in this, the silver lining in this, because I know this sounds like not good. The silver lining in this is that this card here is a very altruistic card. This card a lot of times represents our spirit guides giving to us, family supporting us, things like that. And so this is a kind of like, here, I'm trying to cushion you card. I'm trying to support you card. I'm trying to find a way to not have people fall through the cracks in a way that causes any more suffering than already has happened. And so there are silver linings in this situation, whatever it is. They're kind of giving me the picture of, and I'm not saying this is what it is, but I'm just, explaining, using an example just to give a visual. Like, how sometimes there will be something bad that happens, say somebody drops a bomb or something, and UNICEF and the Salvation Army and the Red Cross come in and provide aid and stuff like that. You know what I mean? That kind of like, we're coming in, we're trying to support, we're trying to help. There's vibes like that comes in about people coming in, trying to support, trying to help. Again, the situation may be completely different than that example. I'm just trying to give you the vibe of the silver lining of support and cushioning and assistance here, because there will be people that feel like their best interests have been lost, that somebody really dropped the ball on them, dropped the ball relative to them and their interests and their needs. So I'm going to pull these up and we're going to look into the next category, because I've already been going for like freaking 20 minutes on politics alone. So let's pull these up, reshuffle it, look at the next category. And as always, of course, even after we get done with the categories here, we will have a second video like we always do over there on the Perk Squad. So Perk Squad folks, if you would like, or folks not in the Perk Squad, if you would like to join the Perk Squad, then the blue join button below right next to the subscribe button will get you there, or the link in the description box. You can join the Perk Squad to have extended videos. We always do extended videos, and we have lots of different perks for the Perk Squad. They get weekly forecasts, so they know what's going to go on every week. Whereas instead of waiting on these monthly ones, and also we do video shout outs too. So for Perk Squad, shout out to Crystal Smith. Thank you for being a member of the Perk Squad. Shout out to you, Crystal Smith, and thank you. We're happy to have you, of course. And so Perk Squad members, there will be a second video for y'all over on the Perk Squad. For everyone else here, we're starting the second category, the economy. A lot of people are worried about it. A lot of people are wondering about it. We've got some global economy issues. So the economy, finance, all of that shit. What the hell do we have to expect in December 2022 with all that shit? Well, that's a fun card to start out on. But hey, this truly is a good card. So, crazy juxtaposition right there. Chrissy. Okay. Wow, y'all are just giving a wild ride right now. Yeah, let's just... I laugh when I'm uncomfortable, if you haven't noticed. Let's get some context cards on here. Context card on you, right y'all. Context card on you, right y'all. Context card on you, right y'all. And context card on you, right y'all. Okay, so we're doing the mostest on this one already. Hell. Okay, so in terms of the economy, y'all know this card. Fighting, tensions, things becoming an issue. With the Star card, this is kind of extra and beyond. So this to me feels like tensions rising between certain countries in an economic way. And I am not, super knowledgeable about a ton of politics and economics and things like that. So I'm just a girl reading cards, and this is all alleged, just my interpretation. But what I do know is that doesn't look good for various countries to kind of be getting a little tense with each other relative to economic issues. There seems to be some ways that could happen that could help whatever is going on economically. So there are avenues to soften or ameliorate some of the challenges going on, but the problem here is partnerships and communication. We are not on the same page in December 2022 somehow. Somehow people are going to start to have differing opinions in a way that might cause grudges, dare I say, because when we're looking down here at the Devil card, that's unhealthy shit. That's toxic shit. That's feeling like somebody feels like their hands are tied. And as Blanche Devereaux says on the Golden Girls, that when she feels like she's been backed into a corner, she comes out fighting like a wildcat. That's what we're seeing here. You're going to back me into a corner and come out fighting like a wildcat. Speaking of cat, there's our cat again. We talked about this cat. So, yeah. To me, like, what they're giving here is, let's say, for example, that the U.S. makes some self-serving decisions that maybe some other countries around the globe that we share are like, bitch, that's selfish. And you're fucking us over, and we want to have a say in this, and why do we have to default to what you want all the time? Or something like that. That there's some kind of a, I don't know, thin ice here. So there's something that doesn't pass the vibe check. It could be better, but someone doesn't play well in the sandbox, and that someone feels like us here at the United States. And I hate to say it, but calling it as I'm seeing it here for what it's worth, just a girl reading cards. But they're putting here that there are some decisions that can be made based on communications around this that can at least start to lighten things up a bit. These are still hidden because those projects have not yet been able to get up off the ground, and we don't know when they're going to happen, because when this is in the reverse, it's kind of like either things haven't started, or things have been postponed, or there's excuses or something like that. It's always kind of pushing off the bar, passing the buck, something like that. And so it looks like there are things that could happen or be discussed that can help get people a little bit more on the same page. But this does feel like it's a little bit of those, like it's got to get a little bit worse before it gets a little bit better type of things. And it is affecting the economy, the global economy. Like, we're all relying on each other and depending on each other here in the economy. And it's looking like there are certain pockets that are going to get more increasingly aggravated with others, because we're not going to be seeing eye to eye, and certain people are going to be getting the better end of the stick, which means certain people are going to get the shittier end of the stick. And that's going to be coming to a head a little bit more as we're going into December 2022. Financially speaking, just to slap a couple of cards down there and find out what we're looking at. Financially speaking, we're in a kind of a weird timing that there are some good ideas that people that really know how to work markets and finances might be able to finagle, but we're going to transition into something else a little bit later. And so this is kind of like, it's okay to pause on some major financial things. It's okay to not jump on something unless you really know what the hell you're doing, because things are gonna shift or change. End, shift, or change, I feel like I need to say, because sometimes the death card is about endings. So things could be ending, shifting, and changing. And we're going to be seeing some preliminary signs of this here in December. So, next little set that we need to take a peek at is health and wellness. Health and wellness. Alright, what in the fuck is going on around the world as it relates to health and wellness stuff? A lot of people I know are getting sick right now. My sister had a head cold and I was around her all weekend, and so far, knock on wood, I have not received such head cold. But y'all did see I took off my little bandage for my blood draw stuff, so I'm trying to work on getting my shit together, and getting healthy, staying healthy, and preventing some worsening issues, staying on top of potential blood disorder bullshit so that it doesn't advance into any worsening things, trying to look at all of that. And so health and wellness, oh, spirit guides, what do we need to know? What can you tell us about health and wellness around the world that we need to know about? Woo, 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 jumper, we will take you. Let's get a context card up on this one. Go fucking figure. You're gonna give me that shady shit. I mean, all this, we had straightforward shit. Straightforward shit. We just got, there's something about this front left pile over here that's deciding to go shady today. We've had that happen twice. We had that happen in politics, and now we got it happen in health and wellness. It's always something got to go sideways up on this table. But we'll get back to this. Let's start here at the straightforward shit. So in terms of health and wellness, there is something working here. Something's going in a good direction. So all things considered, this is probably talking about how, yes, we still have things like flu and Rona and, you know, XYZ, fill in the fucking blank. However, it is almost 2023. We are about 3 years out from the start of the world crashing over all this shit. And so we have made a lot of headway. Things are improving. Things are going in a very positive direction around that. So I'm seeing continued good motion in that, even if we're continuing to get into colder and colder months, and those tend to be months where people find themselves ill more often or more prone to getting something. But overall, I'm still seeing pretty good things on that. So that's our positive here. I'm overall seeing pretty good things on that. As we're going to this bottom row, this is where things start to get a little bit weird, because we've got this guy over here in the upright, and technically this is too, but I don't know that that's necessarily a good thing, you know, in this little shit sandwich here. So why not just go ahead, get your little context right here, and okay, yeah, see? Let's fucking see. Alright. All alleged, just my interpretation. Y'all remember her, our Empress card, and how she has the biggest crown, and how Corona stands for exactly what that sounds like it stands for. This is fighting here. This is our king in charge here. King card in charge here. Here's our Four of Cups with our hands being tied, and the Death card with things trying to make some changes. It does feel like we're gonna have I feel like this discussion has been had repeatedly, but apparently there's a flare up here. I don't know why, I don't know how, I don't understand it. It is what it is, I'm just saying it. It looks like we are planting some seeds in December 2022 to once again refuel conversations about the COVID issues, and the things that people argue about surrounding that. So, people argue about its origin. People argue about people doing things in labs that put people at risk if things were to, leak out of labs. People fight about, making mandates or making kids in schools, get poked and wear masks and things like that. I'm just seeing a total resurgence and refueling behind those conversations coming back into the limelight. So even if we're, better off 3 years out, I'm just seeing a total resurgence. Like, we need to revisit this and we need to pull this back, and more things coming out about it, more people pressing on certain things to get more information. And it does bother me that this death card now has come up twice in this reading. So when it comes up multiple times in a reading, I do allow wiggle room for it to have a secondary meaning, which would be more of a literal meaning, which would be related to somebody who is a prominent figure, literally passing in December. So, and it's in the health and wellness category, so this doesn't feel like, because of somebody who was vigilante and took them out. This feels like something that has to do with either a weakened body or a sick body, or something that happened that critically reduced their health and their ability to push through whatever happened to them, and so they succumbed to certain illnesses or injuries or something along those lines. So there's a distinct possibility for that too, for this card to be a bit of a twofer here, because we have seen this card show up more than once in this reading, so I would be remiss if I left out that possibility. That potential exists. So December, I thought, might have been a little more chill, a little more slow because of the holidays and people tend to lay down the sword and calm down a little bit, but no, we're going to still have quite an active month. Not all of this has been bad. There have been a lot of pockets of good. There's been silver linings scattered throughout all of these things. There's just kind of a lot of drama and scandal and shit like that in December. Any last little things on health and wellness that we need to know, or that you want to say to us, spirit guides? Alright, so with this is a little bit more on a personal sense. It's kind of like, yeah, you're not going to be able to, be around family, get your plans done, work on your projects and stuff if you're not good. Like, to take a moment of pause and make sure that shit's okay. So like how I went and got my shit done today, take time out for you. What does self-care look like for you? Not just take a Bible bath and read a book. Like, no. What do you got to do to fucking take care of yourself, Do you need to load up on cruciferous veggies after eating some bullshit over Thanksgiving? Do you need to exercise a little bit more? What do you need to do? Is there stuff going on with your mental health that you really need to take a look at? I know my mental health has been a little bit challenging lately because my daddy's birthday was November 5th, which with which just recently passed. This was my second Thanksgiving without him, so holidays are a little bit hard. Planning for Christmas without him is a little bit hard, and this past weekend my uncle passed away as well. And so I'm getting really fucking tired of death in the family. And I'm trying not to get paranoid about what about shit happening in threes. And I'm like, don't go there. Don't let your anxiety get out of control. So my anxiety and health anxiety and bullshit's been out of control. And a lot of people get like this around the holidays and stuff. And so this could be like, hey, if you're noticing yourself kind of getting out of balance, getting out of whack, you're noticing things kind of going awry with your physical, mental, or spiritual and emotional health, take a pause and really look into that. Like, everything else that we do stems from that. We can do nothing else if we don't have a good handle on that first. And so it seems like they're kind of just railing that in to be like, all right, y'all, this is how we do it. We take care of ourselves and everything else radiates from there. So if you want everything else to go well, start at the root, which is ourselves. So they're throwing that out there for what it's worth. If you would like any help from me, whether it's a private reading or whether it's an energy tune-up to get some cleansing and clearing, or whether it's some life coaching to feel like you can kind of get some insights and get things, back on track if you're feeling disappointed or stuck or stressed with where you are in life, or even if it's just you want to learn how to read the cards like I read them, so that you can help yourself or others, then my website is BeasTalksAndTarot.com. And just to throw this out there for the people that are still watching and have not yet clicked away, if you would like to book anything, there is a sale going on. Yes, every single year in December, I have a channelversary sale because I started this YouTube thing here with y'all in December 3 years ago. So this is the 3-year channelversary for me. And so we do have the channelversary sale going on now in December. So for the entire month of December, it's 15% off basically every single service on my website. So again, whether you want tarot readings, whether you want Reiki energy healing, whether you want the life coaching or the tarot tutoring, it is 15% off of all of those things, including the gift certificate. So if you're wanting to gift something to a friend, a family member, a coworker, somebody, then 15% off here. I will put the codes in a pinned comment below. It will be channelversary for the code to purchase the service, and it will be channelversary GC for the gift certificates. For 15% off, I will put all of that information in a pinned comment down below so that y'all will have access to that. It will all be right there. And just to clear up any kind of confusion, just because you are purchasing it in December does not mean it has to get used in December. So, for example, if you say, hey, I want to purchase a reading here during the sale in December, but I want to schedule my reading sometime in January after the holidays so things can chill out because my schedule's too busy right now, that's fine. You can book a reading for January but still have the sale right now. I know some people that buy gift certificates for themselves so that they can redeem it anytime in 2023 that they want to. So some people are like, oh, I feel bad. I didn't buy this for a loved one. I bought it for me. Like, fuck it. You do what you want. We're allowed to buy presents for ourselves, okay? Okay, treat yourself. We're allowed to do that. We're allowed to do that. So all of that information will be there in the comment section below. Cannot believe it's been 3 years. Thank y'all for a happy 3 years here. of course, there wouldn't be a 3rd year channelversary if it wasn't for y'all. So this is the giving back. A lot of people prefer to get their readings and their gift certificates when the channelversary sale goes on. So just throwing that out there. The entire month of December, that channelversary sale is going on there. You can come back to the website as many times as you need. So it's okay if you've already used the code once. You can use the code, you know, every single day if you wanted to. So anywho, that's there. I'm going to do the extended video for the Perk Squad members. So again, if you'd like to see the second video of anything else we need to know about December 2022, that information will be right there on the Perk Squad. I'll be coming at you shortly with that. We will do a B-roll here for whatever shenanigans are going on in my life. You will see it in the B-roll to always end the video on a fun and happier note. And, of course, don't be a stranger. Come back and see me, and I will talk at you later. Bye, y'all. I did not just pull these eggs out of the fridge so that I could make breakfast and open it up and see this mess. Julio, Riquito, ¿por qué? It's a no. Why? Why? Literally, this just came out of the fridge. Why? No, not acceptable. Not acceptable. Why do you do these things? Good.